Okay, so I had started this problem, but I knew I was going to run out of space, so I just derived this formula here. The area, sorry, let me back up here. Okay, so we've got this shape, and we want to find the area of it, and it's a regular polygon. So we're going to say, and I hate it when I do that, the area is a half AP. And this happens to be in our octagon. And I'm going to focus on the green triangle there. Now, we know that this is the same as this. So we have an isosceles triangle. So we already know this angle and this angle are the same. So I'm going to redraw that green one, right? That green one there. And so we're going to have this situation. This is the green triangle redrawn. Okay? And we know that this angle here is going to be 22.5 degrees because it's half. So it's actually this angle right there as well. It's 22.5 degrees. Okay? Now, we know this is a right angle, so we can use some trig. And they already labeled it for us. We're going to, this is the opposite. This is the adjacent. And this is the hypotenuse. Okay? That was labeled for us. So what we need to do is, what we'd like to do is get this, we'd like to get this here because that's going to be our little a there. This is a little a in our formula. Okay? We'd like to get, if we can get this one here, that there is half a side. Okay? So we'll multiply it by 2 and we'll have the whole side. So there's an O there and an O there. So we need 2 O's to get the side. We already know that N is 8 in this problem. So in a sense we have this. Well, we actually, not in a sense, we really do. A equals a half. A, we know N, and we need the side. Okay? And so we know this one right now is 8. And when we get the side, when we get O, we'll have half a side, so we can multiply by 2. And when we get A, we'll be in good shape. So let me clear this off. And let's do this one here. So I'm going to draw the triangle. Really big, that green triangle. And I got O, A, H. So okay, so one thing, a piece of information I overlooked, it says it has, if you go back to the PowerPoint, it says the side length is 6 inches. This is 6. This is 6. This is 6. 6. 6, 6, 6. So we have the perimeter is 8 sides times 6, which is 48. So that saves us a lot of time. Okay? The other thing is, that means when we divide this in half, this is 3, and this is 3. So I'm going to put a 3 here. Remember, this was 22.5 degrees. So what I need still is A. That's where I'm heading for, is A. So let's figure this out. I have the opposite. Whoops. I have the opposite. I need the adjacent. Which of our trig functions has O and A in it? So let's go back and write them out. So, ka, toa. Well, I think this is the one I want. That has O and A in it. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use tangent. So I'm going to say the tangent of 22.5 degrees equals the opposite, which is 3. So I use this one here, over the adjacent, which I'll just call little a. And that's what I need to finish off my formula. So if I rearrange this, I'm going to get A. If I cross multiply and divide, equals 3 divided by tan 22.5 degrees. So I get my calculator out. Okay, so we got our calculator, and we're going to type 3 divided by tan 22.5. Remember, make sure you're in degree mode, not in radian mode. And I get the apothem is 7, and I'm going to carry 3 decimals, okay? When you're doing these tangent problems or these trig problems, 3 or 4 decimals, if you start rounding it too soon, you're going to mess up your answer. So this is what I got right there. There's the apothem. Okay? So now I got to erase some of this. I've got the perimeter. I've got the apothem. So I can use the formula A equals half AP. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to erase a whole bunch of this. So I need to erase. I'll do it, erase over here. I might not need to erase all of it. Okay, so A equals a half little a and P, which equals a half little a. I'm going to have to erase some more. Half 7.243 okay, times 48. And when I erase the other stuff I don't need, okay, I get, I'm going to use my calculator. Now I actually didn't erase this from my calculator. I kept it in its memory with all the decimals so I can be more exact. So I'm going to leave it. I have actually 7.242640687, but there's no way I want to write that. So I'm going to write it to 3, but I'm going to keep that in my calculator. I'm just going to go, instead of doing anything else, I'm going to do times 0.5, which is a half, and then times 48. Remember, I can multiply in any order I like because it's all multiplying. And I get 173.8 and that would be, the units would be in inches. It was 6 inches long, so inches squared. So there's no fast way to do this problem when it's the first time you've seen it. You get better as you do it, so don't be discouraged. I know it took a long time to explain. There's a lot of steps.